the world is celebrating World Water Day, the issues of providing safe water becoming more pressing than ever. 1 in 5 children globally does not have access to drinking water. That's because more than 1.4 billion people across the world live in areas of high water vulnerability. Despite South Africa normally experiencing above average rainfall during its summertime, it's still recognized as a drought-stricken country. That's due to diverse and seasonal rainfall areas. For more on what people across the country can do to help change the situation, let's talk to Pieter Twine from My School, My Village, My Planet. Pieter, good afternoon. Welcome to Today on eNCA. Thank you very much for your time. I mean, water in our country is facing a lot of challenges besides infrastructure challenges. But we are a semi-arid country, and we should be looking or preserving or conserving our water much better than we're currently doing.
Yes, good afternoon to you and your viewers. As you rightly said, 1 in 5 children in the world does not have access to sustainable water sources that they need on a daily basis. And within South Africa, we are seeing a very similar pattern. Although we do get lots of rain in certain areas, we are facing severe dry spells in others. So really focusing on conserving water and also working in the school space to really teach children and communities to conserve water is absolutely vital for South Africans.
Yeah, I understand you have a position that says it's no longer enough to be water-wise. We need to do more. Can you expand on that?
Yes, absolutely. I think everybody is sort of taking this notion of being water-wise. In our situation in South Africa, we need to go further. We need to look at every opportunity where we can conserve, for instance, rainwater, get it closer to where the users are, which sort of links to the work that we are doing within the Woolies Water Fund and in schools. It's about capturing and retaining, and we talk about harvesting water as close to the source where it's happening, and also make it clean and provide it to children in schools without having to go through the challenge of infrastructure that is providing water, perhaps not in a sustainable way, to our schools. So really taking steps to harvest rainwater, to clean it, to make it available to children in the locations where they are in the educational space. And through providing water, we can actually keep children in schools, because we know today the situation is if there is no water in the school, the children are sent home, and that negatively impacts the educational process.
Yeah, I mean, if globally children, 1 in 5 children, don't have enough water to meet their everyday needs. That talks to access. But access on its own is not enough. The water has to be safe.
Absolutely. So I think if you reflect on the amount of children worldwide that does not have access to clean drinking water on a daily basis, the number is more than 450 million. In South Africa, the challenge is similar once again, and therefore by creating infrastructure that will filter and purify the water at a school level as we harvest it through rain and make it safe for drinking. That is the route of actually taking out a lot of the challenges that we're facing, and purifying it and making it available to the child when she needs it or he needs it is the most important challenge that we have as South Africans today.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Pieter, that you as My School, My Village, My Planet, that you've partnered with the Woolies Water Fund, and I understand you've carried out some very important water supply initiatives in 4 provinces in 100 schools. How is that going?
Okay, it is going very well, and it's an ongoing process. So the Woolies Water Fund was established in partnership with My School, My Village, My Planet, and the Woolworths Beverages team in 2018. And since then, we've rolled out into 4 provinces, the Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, the Eastern Cape, as well as the Northern Cape, infrastructure that allows schools to be able to harvest rainwater, filter it through filtration and purification, and also make it available through hand washing facilities, providing water into the food preparation areas in many of our schools, as well as linking up in some cases to the sanitation in schools. Now, to date, we've done 100 schools, as you said, and we've got the capacity of over 1 million litres of water storage at schools already since we've started.
Yeah, any expansion plans? I mean, I know this is it will be like a corporate social investment or corporate social responsibility program partnering with yourselves. I'm talking about Woolies Water Fund. Any expansion plans?
Yeah, the plan is to continue the rollout to more and more schools. And we work very closely with climatologists to try and predict where we need to be focusing next. And as we know, within the Gqeberha area, we started putting in water harvesting solutions 3 years ago, and we've already got over 70 schools in Port Elizabeth fully equipped and being able to continue to harvest rain and also provide it. So the aim is to continue with at least 20 to 25 schools every year and keep growing that in the provinces that would need it most. So it's an ongoing journey, and it also fits in as part of the Woolworths Good Business journey and the focus on conserving water.
Okay, finally, and very briefly, if you may, Pieter, how can someone who's listening to us contribute to support your efforts in bringing clean, safe water to more schools in our country?
I think just before I share with you how people can get involved, I think it is important to understand what we focus on from a My School and a Woolies Water Fund perspective. It is about giving facilities or infrastructure. It is about teaching at school level how to conserve water as the child, as the teacher, as the community, because it is very important that we talk about conserving. And it's also about how do we help children to look after water from the youngest age possible. So our journey is a bit more holistic. It's a system where we work with the educators in those schools to also educate. So every South African should be getting involved. And it's as simple as just sending us a SMS to the number 31231 and just saying water. And one of the My School team will call the person back and we'll start up, and they can start contributing through making every single swipe count towards the Woolies Water Fund. And we will continue to put in more and more water tanks in the years to come. So it is really a collaborative effort. It's not just Woolworths or ourselves. It is our country and our people that wants to make a difference. And I do know South Africans want to make a difference. And here's a very simple, easy way. They can also download the My School app and get a card and start immediately. So, yeah, I think we can all make a difference, and we can all make an impact to help with water in our country and provide it to the schools that need it most.
Okay, that SMS number again, is it 31231?
That's correct, and it's just the word water, and we will phone the person back, and there's no cost for the SMS as well.
Thank you very much,
Peter.
SMS. Thank you very much, Pieter. That's Pieter Twine from My School, My Village, My Planet, talking to us about this water initiative that they're driving as we celebrate World Water Day, which is highlighting one of many initiatives that are happening in the country to teach pupils in various schools across the country how to conserve water and provide water harvesting mechanisms and facilities so they can have some water in our dry country.